doing what I was doing good. You're doing good. But all this down here was bad. Okay, so for instance, if I'm way up here with my weight, and I do catch anything amazing that's going to threaten his life or the match or the win, believe you me, he's going to build up, he's going to push me over the top of him, and it's going to be a different fight. Because why? I got something that's going to really get him. And so he's going to be like, okay, if I got it, I only got a minute, and you're too high. His only really way out is out the back door. Don't give it to him. Vice versa, if you're too low and he's coming up, he'll be able to get his hips out and clear. You go create that distance. Remember, offensively, distance is your enemy. Defensively, distance is what's needed to get away. So you're constantly trying to stick on him like a wet booger. You know what that is, right? We've all picked one, flicked it, and like, I don't know where it went. Where is it? It's stuck on you like a wet booger, okay? That's how I want you to stick on a guy. They just cannot get rid of you. You're on them. Now, there's a reason for it. Like what I did earlier, when I was in this position, and I feel him coming up, even if I'm here, when he starts to build up, I'm going to do the same thing I did, but I'm going to do it here. I'm going to fan both these out and hip in. I'm going to break him down. I could be over here, and as I'm fighting, I'm going to watch. Take that leg here and break him down. And this is actually going to hurt him in a minute. And I'm doing stuff up here, by the way. You don't just do this. These are controls. These are things that buy me time to do what I need to do to finish the fight. So you can't just be way up here doing stuff that works.
That's pretty nice.
You can't be way down here, trying to. You've got to be just over those hips where you're controlling the hips. And I'm going to show you something in a minute, but think about it on reverse on this side. Go ahead and flip on your back. Go ahead and put your head on that side. All right, so this is where I want to show you some cool stuff from this position, but I also want to show you what I'm actually doing. I've had people drive in from major places all over to try to get away from me from the position, and I've never had anybody get away from me, ever. I mean, good dudes.
I believe it.
Good dudes, like, from that academy and from all kinds of academies that swore they could. They couldn't, and they never have, so help me God. This is back 20 years ago, by the way. But what I was doing, just turn this way so you can see, is there's a science in me controlling this line and this line. And I'm just controlling these lines. And as he's fighting me, there's punching, there's a crazy. As that's happening, I'm controlling this line and that line. So at first, I'm going to control this line by scooping that knee right there. That's it. I could do the same thing by doing it here, but I commit a hand and I need to punch him. So I want to use that hand, use that knee. I'm doing the same thing right now, and you could land here, kaboom. I could drive this up a second, drive my knee underneath there, let it go. So now I know when he comes, he's got to fight that little ramp. He's fighting an uphill battle. Unfortunately, I don't have the shoulder control right now, right? So he ain't going nowhere there, but his shoulders, as he turns into me, are going to start to scoot away because I don't have control him. Remember, that's one line, but what about this line? Now I could pick this elbow up, and I can put a knee under there. Got it. I got that line, and I got this line. Everything I'm showing you, or your coach teaches you, it's only going to work for a minute, because eventually they're going to. So I've just done something that gives me like 4, 5, 6, 8 seconds in a real fight to do some neat stuff. Because he ain't getting away. Because I got that line. The only possible way he can go is that way. He can't go this way. I'm elevating, you can't understand me. See that? I'm under here, so when he comes this way, he ain't gonna get it. Now he could go that way, I know it. So I'm getting ready to do some neat, funny stuff. We all know how to do key locks from here. All this is open for about 5 or 6 more seconds, because he ain't leaving. But in a minute, he'll get away. He'll squabble. What you're doing hurts him. Or his coach is yelling at him. He'll get away in a minute. But he'll go to another position, and then you're just constantly moving around and controlling this line and this line. So now turn this way, head that way. So understand that as I'm doing this, I'm trying to control this line and this line. So when I'm here, this is good. Now I'm going to show you something I created. No one's ever created this move. It's called the Grape Proper. I made it. It's in magazines and some books. I'm pretty proud of it, and it's amazing. It works really well. And it works like for us, not for like big time fighters. I won a lot of big fights, but I wasn't one of those guys. I was just us. Hey, my last UFC fight, I got hit 27 times. before I ever hit him one time back. I'm not some magical guy that has all the gifts. I got a big heart and I got all kinds of talent. And you just got to buy time to use that talent. And I did. After 27 hits, I knocked him out. But had I not been able to endure that, so right now I need to endure this boom, 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 boom in a minute, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to show you a move I made. It's called the grape popper. I know he's going to get up in my face and do some crazy stuff here. Remember, I'm controlling both sides now. Remember, what is my enemy is distance. So right now I'm going to try to, he's trying to create distance. I'm trying to close the distance, always. When you're on top, you're always, wah. You know, but I'm just, wah. As this is happening, I'm just setting him up right now. I'm making him think he's doing something. The key a lot of times he's going to push. When it's over here, I'm not exaggerating this. But when it gets to my head, now I know it's time to do it. I'm going to purposely come over here like he did it. He thinks he's getting away. Remember, I got him. The knees, I got him. But what happens is, because I just boom, it just happened, you don't see this. And there's no way he gets away now, guys. No way. Now, if you don't finish, it hurts so bad, you scare somebody, they'll do everything they can to get away. All I got to do is take, remember that knee I had underneath them? I'm still on it. I can't go any lower. But when they pull that knee out, bloop, and they go here, bloop, and I bloop, he's done. I can submit him with this. I can also submit him just like this by pushing it in. But all that happened, we call it a grape popper. This is the grape. I'm gonna pop it. So a lot of times it'll be like this. I'll be side here. I'll be controlling this, and he'll be punching me or hitting me, and I'm gonna come here. And as he pushes, or it's him doing it. I'm not trying to go like this. It ain't gonna work. But if he's like pushing on my face, I'm gonna push it. He pushes that way, I'm pushing this way. Boom! And I'm gonna catch him right here. Right here. Boom. And I'm sagging. See, I'm doing this, trying to get him down lower. What I want is that elbow in my armpit. If he goes too far, it's gonna pop out. If it's way too high, you got a neck crank, and this hurts, but it ain't the choke. If you get him low with that elbow, see what I'm doing here? I'm fighting him. I'm pushing this way. I got it. Now I got what you call that carotid artery. Now when I come here, I'm literally choking him with his own bicep because he's here. This is called the grape popper, okay? It's a really good move
you know where I got it.
for the average person who just, look, you go get help. He's fighting me, you know. I've been here a few times. When they're doing it, now it's okay. I got to finish this because I was waiting for help, but Home Slice wants to fight more. So as he's like punching me and punching me, that next one, it goes that way. I'm going to come here and finish him, okay? And I'm keeping that weight down on him, bearing down. I'm doing everything right with this, but I'm using his own bicep. And you can see how powerful it is. It is crazy uncomfortable. Let's try it. Try the grape popper.